Imagine Sarah is going on exchange to Canada. She wants to sublet her room in Tilburg. Peter is an exchange student from Australia and starts studying in Tilburg for the next semester, so he's looking for a temporary room. However, they cannot meet each other in person before Sarah leaves Holland. Sarah wants to be certain nothing will go wrong when she's abroad. She does not have enough information about him to trust him, and she's not able to monitor him due to the geographical distance between the two. So what should she do? Hollander and Verriest conducted a study on this topic in the context of debt contracting. The problem of information asymmetry, caused by geographical distance between the borrower and the lender, is also present in the debt contracting market. Lenders lend their money often to borrowers far away. The monitoring cost for getting the same information increases with the distance. They conducted their research in the syndicated loan market. So, let's first define a syndicated loan. You probably all know the loans whereby a sole lender lends money to a single borrower. In case of a syndicated loan, there's a group of lenders instead of a sole lender. This group of lenders is also called a syndicate, that offer a loan to one single borrower. In this paper, the group of lenders is a group of different banks. A lead arranger takes the initiative to find participant lenders to set up a contract. By doing this, banks are able to reduce their risk by risk sharing. Another way to reduce risk of the lenders is to include covenants in a contract. Covenants can be seen as restrictions for the borrowers to assure for the lenders that they will be able to repay the loans and the rents. Covenants can be divided in two groups. On one hand, you have the capital covenants, which align the interests of the contracting parties before signing the contract, which is called ex ante. On the other hand, you have the performance covenants, which serve to reallocate decision rights during the contract period. Theory posits that greater information asymmetry leads to the allocation of stronger performance covenants, so covenants that can be tested before the contract is signed. The findings of Hollander and Verriest are consistent with this theory. They find that remote lenders, which means that information asymmetry is larger, tend to imply more restrictive covenants when the first contract is signed in syndicated loans. As an example, we take loan X with a geographic distance between the lead arranger and the borrower of 100 miles, and loan Y with a geographic distance of 1,000 miles. The contract of loan X is likely to contain more and tighter covenants compared to loan Y. This can be explained by the monitoring costs that increase with distance because it enlarges the information asymmetry. Lead arrangers use these tighter and more extensive covenants to reduce these costs. In practice, this could mean that the borrower in loan X is allowed to have a higher debt-to-equity ratio compared to the borrower in loan Y. Hollander and Verriest tested the effect of distance on covenant intensity for a sample of 184 syndicated loans to 138 US firms, issued by US commercial banks between 2005 and 2008. Different lender, loan and borrower characteristics are included as the main control variables. Besides that, they take into account the different time zones in the US. Literature has shown that the time difference affects the efficiency of the market. According to Hollander and Verriest, different time zones enlarge the difficulties in communication between the two parties. They test the relationship between distance and covenant tightness in a multivariate regression. The results of the test provide evidence that covenant intensity is positively associated with the distance between the lender and the borrower. So, the greater the distance, the higher the number of covenants included in a contract, and the more the focus lies on covenants that take care of ex ante information asymmetry problems. So, let's go back to the problem that Sarah encountered in subletting her room to Peter. Based on the paper of Hollander and Verriest, she should set up a contract with strict covenants to ensure that Peter will take care of her room in her best interest. Now Sarah can go to Canada without worrying about her room.
Created using Powtoon.